translator, nor I am in professionally translation business. But as a viewer and as a consumer, means I view a lot of programs, and my topic is transcreation. I think that transcreation, what does it mean, what it does, is nothing new to be said about. But I wanted to know what the English language animated cartoon films are doing, TV serials are doing with the children. Cross-cultural communication is mainly viewing the TV serials and grasping it and communicating the theme. What I was doing that always I used to sit with the children, and when they were on the comic show or the animated cartoon films, I was wondering how they are communicating with them, because they don't know the language. They were not communicating the verbal communication at all, because from 4 or 3 or 4 years old children to 10 years old children, they were not in a position to grasp the whole verbal communication. Means whatever is said in the dialogue, they are not able to grasp everything. That is not communicated totally. So what they were doing, I asked my grandchild, what are you doing with this comic show? And are you understanding the whole dialogue? He said, no, I don't understand anything, just I am seeing the action. I am very much fascinated by the action they are doing. So what I was thinking, if non-verbal communication is what is retained and nothing is changed, means you are not doing anything with the original TV serial, which is in English or in Japanese, which is again translated into English, and then it is again comes into Hindi. So it is a two-way channel from English to Hindi, and then Japanese to English, and then Hindi. So I think this is a very complicated situation. And what I have observation, I have a very lengthy paper, but I don't want to read it out. What I wanted to know, if the non-verbal communication is retained and that is communicated half or the soul, means I must give the example of Mr. Bean, the animated serial. I think that is the most good example, most wonderful example of what the British culture depicts in to Indian viewers. I don't think that people will be communicating the whole thing, whatever he does. But that is a very good serial. Again, I wanted to give the example of Shin-chan, a Japanese serial which is dubbed into Hindi, but again it comes into English also. I wanted to give some good clue what my grandchild gave to me. He said on a few Indian channels, they have the facility of changing English to Hindi and Hindi to English. I was really wondering that I didn't know that clue. But my grandchild gave me the clue that if you don't want to see Shin-chan in Hindi, then you can go to English. If you don't want to see in English, then you can go to... So what I am projecting here, that they know that the market is with Hindi also, and they have the facility of changing it into Hindi as well as in English. What they are doing with the language, just I want to give a few examples. Culturally, what they are doing, if it is culturally acceptable, or maybe both, it's almost like they have succeeded in creating a kind of middle earth where cartoons have a hybrid Indian international culture and speak a curious mixture of formal Hindi, colloquial Hindi, and cartoon English, depending on who is doing the translation. So transcreation is really doing something with the localization. And I have a few quotations from the other companies also, Sony and other people. And what they are doing, they say it is now time to build on the growth and ensure that Cartoon Network fits in with local culture and sensibilities. So they have done a lot of Indianization, and here I want to give some examples from Spider-Man. They have adapted, not only translated, and they have named it Pavitra Prabhakar. And they have given the full transformation of the character, and they said that if the Spider-Man gets some mystic energy from Goblin, But the Pavitra Prabhakar gets from the mythological gods. So they have Indianized it according to the Indian situation. And they wanted it to be more acquainted with the Indian audience. Though we will remain true to the underlying mythos, Spider-Man, which is epitomized in the phrase, with great power comes great responsibility. The character will be reinvented, so his powers, problems and costumes are more integrated with Indian culture. Unlike the US origin, which is deeply rooted in science, the Indian version is more rooted in magic and mythology. This version of Spider-Man will gain his powers from ancient mystic in order to combat the evil threat of the Green Goblin, who will also be reinvented as a modern-day Indian demon from myth. Now, coming to the some of the transcreated characters, I have taken a few examples. The main objective of this paper is to deal with some of the popular English language TV serials translated in Hindi, mostly cartoon and animated ones targeted to kids and younger age group. Of course, a lot of grandparents and parents do enjoy these programs with their younger ones. English language serials translated from Japanese serials are rather more popular among children and of this generation. Surprisingly, they are very similar to Indian families in their setup and family atmosphere. The wives complained that she also works hard for the family, and when asked for ashtray by the husband, she retorts by saying, "Why don't you take yourself?" This is Indian situation. I have some examples, good examples for this. They have remained the title song as it is in original, but sometimes they transcreate it, just like in Roadrunner. But very catchy and but somehow very peculiar also. Roadrunner, वो सबसे आगे पीछे फड़के पकड़े तो आपको खींचे जब आपका ध्यान हो पास समी Roadrunner. This is the theme song which comes with the Hindi version of the cartoon serial. Many idioms are translated in Hindi which are unique or in a distorted manner. ये तो मेरे बाएं हाथ का खेल है. It is said, ये तो मेरे बाएं पैर का खेल है. ये सूरमा तो मेरा चूरमा बना देगा. Transcreation of film songs and तुम लोग शराफत से पक्की गली से निकल जाओ एक idiom है. Original film songs are used मंडोले तडोल, and you will be surprised when the Japanese child is singing this song Mandole Tandole, or some Tom and Jerry is singing this song जीना यहाँ मरना यहाँ इसके सिवा जाना कहाँ. It looks very peculiar but very catchy also because the children love it very much. मौसम है आशिकाना. I'm really surprised to see in a few serials, in Tom and Jerry, many serials, they have personalized, they have made the animals characterization as though they are lovers. And the cat has been given pink frock and pink everything and the pink paraphernalia, and means that they really create a scene which is just like a human being. And when they sing this song, मौसम है आशिकाना, like this song, जीना यहाँ मरना यहाँ इसके सिवा जाने का, जाते हुए सब पे नजर रखता हूँ. Means they are reinventing the whole new film, the whole film songs to incorporate in the serial. Finding new word and phrases, जैसे गुब्बरीला. Gubrila means just like a gubbara. If you eat gubbara, then you will become gubbarila. This is a new finding. ढीला होना means you can relax. They say तुम ढीले हो जाओ means you can relax. ना मुराद प्याज इत्र का. I have never known about the प्याज. Onion or the scent of the onion I never knew, but they are using ना मुराद प्याज इत्र का. I will only take a few minutes. Indian way of thinking is there. There they say काला कौवा, काला जूता और काली बिल्ली ने मेरा रास्ता काटा. I think this is a very much Indian tradition or Indian shakun where we have that if you come across a black cat or black thing, that will be not auspicious. A distant relationship, there they are maintaining the relationship and saying that मेरे दादा के पोते के चाचा के लड़के, whereas in India we have business relationship to a long extent. Indian way of thinking. Here I will say that the Japanese TV cartoons, they are maintaining somehow some I think South Asian culture which is very nearer to us, where the wife is not at all saying calling husband by name. She is saying suniye or suniye kenichi ke papa, just as we say in Indian tradition. She never calls by name. And moral stories are there from Indian literature which have been incorporated in the series. The 3 axes and a woodcutter, where the angel asks about which is your axe, and when he says that this iron one is mine, that he is rewarded. This is given incorporated in the serial. And every serial has a moral value in the end. जब आपस में प्यार होता है तो बिगड़ी बात भी बन जाती है. All the Japanese TV serials, they have in the end a moral value, as we have in our moral stories. Use of slang, abusing words, chindi chor, ullu ke patke, naam like this. They have very inventive brains. Use of respectful words, janab, sahibaan, kadarta, meherban, adi. This is from all the Japanese serial, Ninja, Hattori, like this. Though the title of the serial and the names of the characters are retained as in the original one, that is in English and Japanese, that makes some sense to communicate the culture to be conveyed by the original one. Kochi Kame, Shinchan, Track and Rush, all these are the examples. The non-verbal cues and expressions are either retained as they are in the original. Lisping of the, a few lisping dialogues are there, as Tweety Bird, she always lisps. Billy Mama, tum ka kar rahe ho? So they are giving that kind of tune to that part. Relationship, Billa Mama, Pyare Dost, Raz Dulare, Aage. And there are many funny robot type of characters which speak Hindi, and that makes very incommunicative situation to me as far as I know. And the children are not at all interested what they are saying. They are really interested in what they are doing. They are fighting. They are doing dishim. And sometimes I am not going in the details of what they are doing with the language, nonsensical, but I have given some examples that they are making and localizing the whole cartoon films in Indianized way and Indian culture, not only in Hindi, but in all the Indian languages, in Malayalam, Telugu, Tamil. Only 2 words. To enhance the status and role of Transcreation, which is undoubtedly proved a money-churning area in modern, multilingual, cross-cultural and international entertainment industry. To develop Transcreation as a skill and prepare skilled script writers and lyricists by organizing workshops and providing job opportunities to new generation of translators. By demanding a solid place and name in the translated work, which is due since a long time, because no one gives the name of the translator or the dubbing artist. Since a long time spanning, better results and more jobs are for translators, in not only in Hindi and English languages, but all Indian languages as well, which should be the recommendation of this forum. Thank you for being here.